Hello viewers, how are you all? I think all of you are fine. So very good afternoon to you. I welcome to you all Select Online School. Let's start our today's class. Before that, let me introduce myself. I am Anwar Hussain. I am an assistant teacher of Jointapur Government High School. I am going to start our today's class. Today we will talk with you about tech questions. What is tech questions? We know, dear students, you know, tag means to add something we use. You will find whenever you are going to a shop, you buy a clothes, you will find some list of tags. So this is tag. So in grammar or English, tag questions means there is a short questions that we add at the end of the sentence, and they are usually used in conversation. And through it, the speaker wants to have an answer in support of the statement. So there are some basic rules for tag questions. First of all, we know that the given statement will remain same, and then you have to put a comma and then tag questions, and you have to make it tag questions, and at the end you have to put a questions mark. So this is the first rule, and the second rule is, this is very important, affirmative statement will be converted into negative and negative statement will be converted into affirmative. For example, if I am said he is an honest boy, so this is an affirmative statement. So you have to make it negative, and you have to take the to be verb and make it negative, and at the end you have to add subject, and that is isn't he, and then they were not present in the meeting. So this is a negative questions. So what we have to do, we have to make it affirmative. That is, we will take verb, auxiliary verb, and we will bring subject. So answer is were they? Next. The previous statement that is applicable if there are to be verbs, auxiliary verbs, but there are some sentences that without auxiliary verbs, and in this case we have to use do, does, did, and we have to use it according to tense. First of all, for example, we have to use do if the subject is plural form, and if the subject is singular we have to use does, and in case of did we will use it in all tenses. For example, have a look. Rana eats a mango. So doesn't eat, because Rana is a third person singular number and there is no auxiliary verbs. And the next one, we play football. We is a plural subject, and that is why we have to use do. Be careful, that is not negative, that is an affirmative sentence, and that is why we make it negative. Don't we play football, don't we? The word in the field, didn't they, that is in past tense. That is why we use did. And at the same time, you have to make it negative. Didn't they? Dear students, in case of imperative sentence, we have to use will you. For example, before that, let me know what is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence that is we use to make questions, to make request, to give order, and this is imperative sentence, and it starts with the base form of the verb. Have a look. Don't forget me. Will you? Open the door. Will you? And let them do the work. Will you? So we can use it. Will you? But in case of let us, you have to use shall we? So be careful about that. Next. In case of need, needs, do, does, and did will be put according to tense. Have a look. She needs a book. In this case, we have to use does, because she is a third person singular, and that is why we said doesn't she. I need a pen. Don't I? And they needed a house. Didn't they? We have to use it. But if it is in negative, that is you need not worry, we will use need. Be careful about that. And next, it will be subject in the place of nothing, anything, something, and everything. Dear students, If we find nothing, anything, something, or everything, and that will be converted into it, that is singular. Everything was perfect, wasn't it? And the very important rule, that is number 7, if you find everybody, everyone, nobody, no one, none, somebody, someone, then you have to make the subject into they. Everyone hates a liar, don't they? Dear listeners, everyone, when we use it, that it has been generally used as a singular number. That is, everyone hates a liar. But in take form, we have to count it plural. I mean, you have to take they. And according to they, you have to use bar. That is, don't they. Next, there's some negative words. Nobody, no one, none, nothing, scarcely, rarely, hardly, and seldom. So whenever you find negative words, you don't need to make it negative again. That is, no one likes a dishonest man. Do they? We didn't use don't they because no one, that is negative. And next, rule number 9. All of us, some of us, every one of us, most of us, none of us will be converted into we as a subject. For example, all of us attended in the meeting. Didn't we? Because of all of us, we have to take we. And then all of them, some of them, every one of them, most of them will be counted as they in the subject. For example, most of them are good, aren't they? Alright, dear students, I think you understand. Next, this is very confusing rule for you. In case of I would meet you, if we find apostrophe and then D, you have to be careful, is it would or had? So after would, there will be base form of the verb, that is meet. I would meet you, that is wouldn't you. And they had done the work, and after D, you will find the past participle form of the verb. That is why that is had. And they had done the work, hadn't they? And in case of have, has, had, there are two ways to do so. She had a book. Hadn't she? That is in past tense, and that is, this is correct according to British style. She had a book. Didn't she? That is correct in American style. Dear students, now this is for you. Now you have a chart. You can have a look. That is check form. We use short form. I think you noticed already. We use the short form. So be careful about that. You cannot use the full form. You have to use that short form. You can see it easily. Am not, aren't, or ain't. Is not, isn't. Are not, aren't. We know. Will not, won't. Shall not, shan't. Was not, wasn't. Were not, weren't. Does not, doesn't. Do not, don't. Did not, didn't. Cannot, can't. May not, mayn't. Could not, couldn't. Must not, mustn't. Need not, needn't. Would not, wouldn't. Have not, haven't. Has not, hasn't. Had not, hadn't. Dare not, daren't. So that is all for today, dear students. I would like to tell you, practice at home and stay safe, stay home and stay connected. Thank you very much.